Are you serious? Are you serious? President Barack Obama, standing before the Coast Guard Academy to give a speech, declares that the United States security, its national security, is under a threat right at its borders. But who he says the enemy is sending a major confusing message to our military and to every American across this nation. Let me tell you who he says is the greatest threat to this country, and then hopefully I can help you understand what the real threat is here. Here is the President of the United States speaking to the cadets of the Coast Guard.
Climate change will impact every country on the planet. No nation is immune. So I'm here today to say that climate change constitutes a serious threat to global security, an immediate risk to our national security. And make no mistake, it will impact how our military defends our country.
He just told you the greatest threat to this nation's security is climate change, and that the strategy of our military to protect this country, its primary focus will be on climate change. As a matter of fact, let me read you this article, and I want to thank Penny and Kenny of Pennsylvania. I want to thank Mike Dell, and I want to thank Stephen of Oklahoma, and many others who have been doing great research for us. Thank you so much. President Barack Obama has argued for action on climate change as a matter of health, environmental protections, and international obligation. But yesterday, he added national security now is threatened because of climate change. He says that global warming are putting a risk to the United States and the military sworn to defend it. He told the cadets at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy failure to act would be a dereliction of duty, their commander-in-chief said. Are you serious? But wait a minute. He said that climate change and rising sea levels jeopardize the readiness of the United States forces and threaten to aggravate social tensions and political instability around the globe. Now, wait a minute. Can I ask a question? So he just blamed everything. Our ability to protect our borders. He blamed racial tensions, social tensions, unease, and poverty. He blames everything on global warming. And here's the kicker. He blames mankind for global warming. This cannot be where we set the military's focus in defending this country, cannot be trying to lower the sea levels. Folks, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you and tell you that the sea levels aren't rising, because scientifically the data is there. They are rising. But they're rising because of global warming. But what's the cause of global warming? Mankind? A few smokestacks? Carbon? I mean, look, folks, mankind is not causing the sun to have eruptions of biblical proportions, releasing CMEs and UV heat that is beginning to cook this globe. Mankind is not heating up the center core of the earth, releasing volcanic eruptions, seabed cracking, releasing toxins and dangerous pollutive gases from the earth. It is not mankind that is causing El Nino or even Finding Nemo. I mean, mankind's not creating all the sinkholes, breaking up, opening up, swallowing things all over the globe. Oh, yes, we could do some fracking and create some small impact, but not on a global scale. It is not mankind that's releasing earthquakes at an unprecedented apocalyptic pace that is seemingly threatening the stability of the nations and the humanity itself. Look at Nepal. yes, mankind could release some nuclear explosions and create some effect of an earthquake, but we're not doing that, and it's not happening this way. It's happening because the earth is going through a birthing pain process. The earthquakes, the earth is shaking and quaking. The devil's back is breaking, and we can see the birthing pains of the coming of Jesus Christ as he's coming to get the bride. Mankind is not causing the greatest threat to the security of the United States by way of global warming. The real threat is the fact our borders are not protected. They're porous, really. I mean, they're coming across in busloads. Illegal immigrants from Somalia, Africa, parts of the Middle East, in busloads being driven across by the Department of Homeland Security. Evangelist Anita Fuentes uncovered this actual fact with footage. And even though her video has been removed by the Department of Homeland Security, it is still visible on Facebook and has over 400,000 views. I spoke to her yesterday. The video I did about her report is still on my channel. You can see it for yourself, the actual footage. Now, let me just say this. And we also know that the United States is by planes that are not even registered with the aviation system, plane loads, bus loads of immigrants illegally are coming in. Plus, they're being smuggled in using drug cartels and other illegal ways of method of human trafficking, drug trafficking, and radical Islamic jihadists are being smuggled into this country at an alarming rate. The real threat to America is already here and expanding. And so until we understand who our enemy is and what our enemy's plans are, we are being deflected to stare at rising sea levels. And I'm not denying that they're rising, but do you know that God is the one that's bringing judgment upon the world? It is God that is raising the sea levels. It is God that is cracking the earth open. It will be God that pours out his wrath upon this planet in the final judgment that the Bible speaks about in the book of Revelation. And so you can't stop the prophecies of the word of the Lord. The Lord is coming to defeat the devil with the brightness of his coming. Christ will return as fast as lightning goes from the east to the west, faster than the speed of CERN. Oh yes, mankind can make some manipulations and differences, but he cannot bring the final day of wrath upon the planet that will come from the Creator himself. The question is, are you saved? And will America be part of the building of the new world order? How far, how close, how near are we to the rise of the beast? Are you saved? Time is running out. Don't miss today's special broadcast, and I'm going to talk about this subject, the rise of the beast and the deception of the media. I'll be right back in just a moment with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy.